J-Drone here, what's going on, guys? So we got the regular jumper T8SG out. I bricked the yellow one by trying to add the MGX protocol. So this test is to see if this has the same output power range as the yellow one. We have the same setup here, which we went about 700 meters with this. I am dealing with a little bit of wind. We also got black clouds here. We're running that to a cell phone. There's a cell phone inside here. That's my setup. So stay tuned. Right, guys, here we go. So I did this with the plus that I bricked. If you guys didn't catch it, I bricked my T8SG plus trying to put the MGX protocol on it. I guess the MGX protocol is only compatible with this controller, but I'm not going to try it again because if I brick this controller, I will be devastated. I have so many protocols in this controller. Ones that aren't common that I found out by trial and error. But anyway, X5 here. I'm dealing with like a 10-mile-an-hour wind, guys, so this is a rough fly out, man. It really is. As you can see, I'm kind of flying off center to the left. Center would be if we turned right a little bit, try to go straight, kind of almost what we're doing, but pitch, just yaw right a little bit more, that'd be straight. So I'm constantly having to fly into the wind just to keep moving forward. That way I'm not being side pedaled to the right. So this is going to be a little bit of a lengthy run out. It's not going to be as quick as the last one on the plus, just because last time I had the plus out, it was next to nil wind, and I was able to just kind of cruise out. I think it took me like a minute to go out, and I think this time it took me, and again, we're getting drifted backwards, and I'm pitching heavy into it. We almost smoked some trees here. Take notice to the tree. It is blowing, dude. That tree was definitely blowing. So we're constantly adjusting here. Yeah, this one took almost triple the time. That's why I tell people, if there's a lot of wind and you want to go out and fly in it, if you're an experienced pilot, it is a challenge. And this was a challenge. This was absolutely a challenge to do this range test. Could I have waited to another day? Yes. But J-Drone just bricked his T8SG Plus. If you didn't hear that, I will say it again. I bricked my T8SG Plus. If you don't know what bricking something is, you know what a brick is, right? Take a brick, put it on your shelf. That's what my T8SG Plus is now. it's a yellow paperweight. So this was definitely, for me, this was necessary to do today. That way I knew if this original one had the same power output as the Plus did, because guys, we went over 700 meters. This flight, we don't go that far. I believe we went about 600 and change towards the end of this flight. So close to 700. And the reason I stopped, I'll touch on that once we get to our stopping point. And again, you constantly see me yawing to the left because the wind is coming from that direction, blowing to the right of the screen. So yawing to the left, pitching into it when it is high, allows me to counter. And again, we are getting close to this little down dip here off this main plane where we'll have a little bit more coverage, but again, we're above the trees, so we don't have much coverage at all. But in this wide open area, we're completely exposed. There's no trees to block it either way. We're getting here, guys. Again, what I'm using is an AKK all-in-one camera on the top, a AIO, AIO. All-in-one camera. That's what the little jingle's for. All-in-one camera. And AKK is just a brand. It is 25 to 150. No, 150. Yeah, I think it's 25. I'm not sure the middle one to 150 milliwatts or 200 milliwatts. I think it's 200 milliwatt output from the FPV camera on top of the drone, flicking backwards to me with my cell phone connected to the Eachine receiver. And right here, I decided to turn around right here. I decided to try to go for it, but then I decided to turn around because off to the left, if you can see that, that's the second abyss. That abyss is filled with water. It's hard to scale up and down. I've done it once, and then off to the right of me is more trees, and there's a little gully there. So if this thing goes left or right, either way, it's not on flat lands, and I'm probably going to have a heck of a time searching for it. So this was an educated decision to turn back. Now, I was countering the wind. I was countering the wind the way that I was flying because I was able to feel the wind against my face. Here, I kind of got out of orientation here because the wind's going against my face and I'm trying to counter it. So despite the fact that I don't have to invert my controls, my initial feeling, my feeling to the wind blowing against my face, I had to invert my controls to go against the wind. You see me almost tilting and yawing to the left. That's the way the wind's going, so I should actually be doing it the opposite way. We came back a lot quicker. We came back a lot quicker than we went out. I think we had a little bit of wind to our back. I think maybe the wind was kind of blowing that direction and back, but we are back, guys. That quick. It took how long to get out there, but it was that quick getting back. And then we're just gonna mess around here in a couple frames here. I am going to kind of fly around myself, and the reason I was doing that, see that black cloud there, it could have rained. I had my spark out today at two different locations: Graffiti Highway, which is Centralia, which was the premise for Silent Hill. Stay tuned for footage from that, and also an abandoned mall that they're slowly tearing down, but was enough intact for me to do a flyover and also get some pictures and some video and whatnot. So we got those two videos up next on the J Drone channel if you want more J Drone for today. I haven't been slamming out videos like I was in the past. I'm not putting out 5 to 10 videos a day, guys. I'm trying to do a lot of editing for you. I'm trying to do picture-in-picture. I'm trying to mesh stuff for you so you are thoroughly entertained. So I'm not just J Drone put a video out, that was okay. I want you guys to be like, J Drone put a video out, that was cool, or that is awesome, or picture-in-picture here everywhere. I need to rewatch that so I can see other things. So I'm trying to do better for you guys. I'm trying to be better for you guys. I'm trying to learn more editing skills for you guys, because again, it is YouTube, not MeTube, it is YouTube. And again, the drone that we are flying is the SYMA X5C on the jumper T8SG, the original one, the black and the silver one. The black and the silver one here seems to go as far as range goes, and right here I'm kind of just canvassing myself to get the clouds behind to get an image. It seems to go as far as the T8SG Plus. The difference between the T8SG Plus is the OLED screen, or OLED screen, the Hall gimbals, and I think that's about it. I think that's all the differences from, or no, there's more toggles and whatnot. I'm thinking, because there is an in-between stage one. But yeah, that's the main differences, guys. There's also DIY box that you can put a crossfire on the back of it, plug and play to get added range if you really need to do that. But I really don't think you need to unless you're going for the kill. And again, there I am. We're just screwing around here, just flying. And again, I'm gonna bring this down before the drone decides to drop out of the sky like I did last time. Last flight when we were on the T8SG Plus, the drone literally, I took it up for a sky climb, and I had to go searching for it. I did not want to do that this time. So we're going to, and I don't know if you can see my shorts, they're moving. It's windy, man. It really is windy, and to have this bird out here and do as well as it did well for 10-mile-an-hour wind, is pretty epic. And right now what I'm doing is we're taking off my FPV goggles, that way I could land this line of sight. Guys, I'm J Drone. If you haven't smashed that subscribe button, please do. If you like this video, thumbs up. And check out Drone Days on Facebook if you would not mind. It is the best group on Facebook for drones. Share what you like. I'll catch up with y'all later.